All right, so today I want to talk about whether it's possible for your AI to know you too well. Now, if you're like me, when you first started using LLMs, whether it was ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini or Perplexity, no matter which one it was, you probably really got to love it the more it had an awareness and a context of your preferences because everything felt like it already knew you, like it was designed to you, like it knew your voice, it knew your strategy, it knew your business. And this can definitely be very helpful. However, the converse of that is that the more context your LLM retains about you, the better it knows you and your preferences, the more it continues to feed results that are aligned with what you prefer. And in a lot of ways, that can be good, but there are other ways in which that can be not so good. Because when your AI knows you really well, when it has a really strong context for you and it's doing this, it's returning results that are shaped to your preferences and your biases and the beliefs that you hold, it doesn't challenge you. It doesn't contradict you. It doesn't call you out the way a genuine strategist, a genuine and collaborative partner would. So unless you're using something like a custom GPT or a skill file or a project where you've given instructions that it's to do these things, specific things, call you out and challenge you, unless you're using it super intentionally in that way, and sometimes even when you are using it super intentionally in that way, the nature of the beast, the nature of the system architecture, the probabilistic system that is this beautiful generative AI phenomenon that we work with daily is that it wants to be helpful and it wants a good response from you. And so it will start to shape its outputs to your preferences, even when that might be detrimental to you. And you'll notice it more. We call it an affirmation bias loop, right? And I'll tell you, if your daily interactions with ChatGPT or with Claude, if you're constantly hearing how great you are, I mean, it's been a running joke among a lot of users just how sycophantic ChatGPT used to be. But all of the LLMs have this risk, and I have seen it happen with users in Claude as well. If you are not pushing back, if you are not iterating, if you are not challenging in your use of it and you just accept all of its praise, it's going to continue to promulgate that behavior, and that's going to increase exponentially, and you're going to be stuck in this loop of Claude telling you what a genius you are and what a great business idea you have and what a great strategy you have. And that affirmation bias loop is kind of an ugly place to be stuck, which is why it's really great. And not just for removing affirmation bias. It's really great to start with fresh chats. Also because that, conserves the amount of usage that you have. Because every time you're in a long chat and you keep going back to that long chat and you keep feeding it, you are pushing the limits of your context window and you are using a lot more compute power than if you had started with a fresh chat. So, there are other great reasons to start with a fresh chat. But also when you need for the AI not to know you so well, when you want to make sure you're not being pushed into an affirmation bias loop, when you want to make sure that you're not just being affirmed in what you already think and that you're actually being challenged, that it's actually finding your blind spots, that it's finding potential obstacles and roadblocks, then that's a really good thing to do, is start with a fresh new window and give it the context that it needs for that day. And if you're not doing that, then you definitely need to get to a place where you're kind of next level with the way you interact with your AI and the way that you push back. Because even for the most experienced of users, it is very easy to get pulled into an affirmation bias loop. So can your AI know you too well? Yes, even though it has context limitations and memory limitations and will forget things that you've just told it. That's a whole other video. That's a whole other area we can talk about another day. But yes, even though it does all of those things, yes, your AI can know you too well. So you just want to know when to push back against that and what to do about it.